Hey, what's going on, everybody? Abe, the Data Strangler here, going to go over today's video, which is going to cover Power Automate Desktop, more specifically, how to automatically copy tabs. So, a little backstory here. I also do a Jiu-Jitsu data analysis, and for my analysis, I have sheets here, an Excel workbook here with athlete validate input validation for all of my moves, my categories, how I categorize them, my results, the belt, what type of match it was, if there was referee decisions or disqualification, what language I want to report in, information here about the athlete, their belt, where they train at, their name, of course, and then here is their stats and result page. So every time I analyze a competitor's data, I have to go here, and let's say they have 5 matches. I would have to do this: make a copy here of the results, make a copy here. I'm sorry, of the stats and the results. Then I would have to change the name. So I'll go Alt HOR. I'll change this to result 2, and then I would Alt HOR. So shortcut key. I would change this to match number 2. So you can imagine this can be a little tedious, especially if you have someone that has a lot of matches. So for each match that I analyze, I have to have a result and a stats. So I got lazy a couple weeks ago and I decided, let me delete these sheets, all HDS. I decided, well, I don't want to do that anymore. So how can I use the tools I have available? So what I thought of was Power Query, was Power Automate. So in Power Automate Desktop, I have around about 4 tools. And this first one is Launch Excel, which is opening this Excel document here. Then I'm going to get all of the worksheets. So get all of the Excel worksheets stored in this Excel instance. I'm going to name it Sheet Names as the output variable. Then I have a loop index because I want these actions to loop through a set amount of times. So let's say I wanted to create 5 different sheets. I'm going to increment it by 1. Then I'm going to copy each worksheet here, and I have to give it a specific name. So the Excel index, copy the worksheet with index number 3 because that's going to be match 1s. My target Excel instance is referring to this Excel instance, and then the new worksheet name will be match 1, the loop index stats. And then I'm going to paste it as the last worksheet. So I'm going to run this flow. It's going to do its thing. And you can see it's going right here. So it worked, but it didn't work entirely. So it recopied the first page here from my stats, but it left this little gap here which I didn't want, and I couldn't figure out how to do that in Power Automate. The reason why I can't have this gap here is because when I run my code that goes to AWS to analyze this data, it's going to throw an error. So not entirely the best solution, but it does work. Then I would just have to do the same thing for the results. So that's going to cover it for today's video. Just wanted to go over this, how you can copy sheets with Power Automate Desktop. I couldn't figure it to work this way. I'm sure someone else could, but if you can, please let me know in the comments. That's all for now. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.